Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back on this Friday afternoon, the last Friday, the last day of January. Yes, we got through it. Okay. Today, I'd just like to talk to everyone about procrastination and how to do things and just trying to stay on top of things around the house and just things that we have to do as adults. It's not always fun, right? So, one thing that really had me a little overwhelmed at times is paperwork, bills, and budgets, and keeping track of money and things like that. So I am old school. I'm very old school. I To me, it's easier to write it on a piece of paper than it is to go do it online. Okay, so or on a spreadsheet or whatever. I can't be bothered. I'm not going to do that. So what I did was have a composition book, and I put on here that it is my budget. So this is what I usually do. The very top page, okay, every month is a new page. So I'm going to write here, I'm going to write February 2025. And I always write in my balance forward from my account that I pay the bills from. So I will write that amount. And then I will put income, my income, and I'm being vague because this is social media, so. And then I will add that up. And then right here in this big circle, I'm going to show you in a second, will go what I have to work with, and then I list all the bills. So right now I'm going to list the most important bill is the property taxes, and then the house insurance. Because if I don't pay those, I don't have no place for the gas and electric to run into, right? So common sense. And then gas, electric, my water bill, which we get every month. And we also have a sewer bill, which is based on the amount of water that you use. I do have a very small payment every month for my water heater, which I was able to finance through my utility company. And I have internet, which includes the landline. And I have my milk delivery. So I write that down. Something is going on with the car insurance. I'll explain that in a little while. So there is no car insurance this month. And that is about it. Okay, so if you could see here, balance forward, and then my income, and then that would be the dollar amount. So that's what I'm working with for the month. I write down all my bills. I put the amount next to each one. I add it up. I deduct it from here, and that's what I have for the rest of the month. And I usually go like this. And I will put balance left. So my balance that is left, I write right here on this line. Hope you can see this. I don't know because of the glare. I will write in the amount, and as I pay each bill, I just put a check mark or an asterisk or a star next to each bill, knowing that they're paid. And I pay all my bills by the first week of the month. They are all paid for the month. So then I know how much I don't have for the rest of the month. And that's how I do it. That's how I do it. Now, also, I'm trying to keep everything in one place with my little organization here. So, any important phone calls that I need to make regarding to any kind of warranties, insurance, any kind of pensions or discounts that I can get on something, anything like that goes on a separate page. And I just I make it like a to-do list, and then I just check it off as I've made the phone calls. I will just put one line through it so I can still see what I did. And then I'll just jot a note next to it what the result was and if I saved anything or if I didn't save any money. So that's what I do. As far as the bills go, I'm not going to show you my bills, but you know the part that detaches from the paper invoice you get with each bill? I just take off that bottom part. After I look at it, I take off that bottom part, I detach it, and I put it in this notebook. I don't keep the actual, like the invoice, the whole bill. I don't keep that. I only keep the part that I need to call and pay the bill. I am thinking of going back old school and doing checks instead of calling on the phone. I find that it's easier and faster to just write a check, to be honest. I haven't been, but I think I'm going to start. I think that's something. Yes, I do have to pay for checks, but to me, it just helps more with the budgeting. So now I'm looking at my bills. Homeowners insurance jumped. There's nothing I can do about it. I do have the lowest rate in the state, so for insurance, and I have a very good policy, so I'm not going to rock the boat. Gas and electric. Oof. I am on a budget plan with the gas, but not the electric. And in the summer, I will go on a budget with the electric and not the gas. I was doing the budget payment plan with each utility. It just seems like why was I paying $100 and something over the summer for gas when I was hardly using any? But I might have to reevaluate the gas and the electric. As far as water goes, I want to get that down by at least $5. And if that goes down, the sewer bill will go down. The water heater stays the same. Internet, unfortunately, stays the same. I am going to call and see if there is a discount. Milk delivery, that never changes. I get it once a month. I get the same thing every month. It's $22. So, car insurance is astronomical in my state. And I'll be very honest with you, we're a sanctuary state. And that is why. I'm in a sanctuary town, and they told us right out that that is why the rates are going up. So, there's really not a whole lot I can do about the car insurance. I shopped around, and other insurance companies actually double of what I have. So I'm not gonna bother with that. However, my car doesn't look like it's gonna be fixed anymore anytime soon. So I'm not gonna worry about it. It's winter. I don't like to go out in the winter anyway. Other than a few mishaps with Instacart, I can have everything delivered. So I'm really not worried about it. My granddaughter can take me where I want to go. My daughter, my boyfriend, I'm not worried about it. So until the car is fixed, which I'm trying to have somebody fix it for me, but I might just take it to the mechanic. But until it's fixed, I'm dropping the insurance because I'm not going to be paying. They want $146 this month, and then in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, the policy is going to renew for February, and they want $225. I haven't driven the car since right around New Year's. I think that was the last time I drove the car. So I'm not going to renew it for now, and we're going to see what happens. Yes, I may pay a higher rate. But when things are tight, you just got to bite the bullet. You got to do what you got to do. I honestly don't have $145 to spend on car insurance for a car that I'm not driving and making any money to pay the car insurance. So without Uber Eats or Lyft or Uber, what am I using the car for? So, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. So that is how I am keeping track. I am going to call each one of these companies and see what discounts I can get, if I can get any. And I'm also going to be shopping around for a different utility alternative. We were talking about this today on my live, and everybody feels basically the same way, that we're kind of stuck. We're stuck with whatever they say is our utility company, our rates, everything. We have no say in it. It is a total monopoly. There is no competition. And I think it's time we all started pushing back. There might be another alternative to electric in my state, so I am going to look around to that. There might be like another company that I can go with. So if there is, I'm going to do it. All I can say is, I wish I had some solar panels. I really wish that when I had the opportunity, I invested in some solar energy. And I don't mean the kind that they come and put on your roof and you get billed every month and they pull it all together. No, I'm worried about me. Okay, you worry about you. Yes, it's nice to worry about everyone around you, but you have to take care of yourself first. Yeah, I wish I did. I wish I did. The most electricity I really used were my Christmas lights. It wasn't really that much. And it was only for a month. What's the big deal, I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and go through everything and see what I can do. But right now, for cutting down on heat, I closed the doors on the first level. I lit my oven and I opened the door. And my heat is off. And the temperature already went up to like 66 in here, which is not bad. There's no sun today, so that's not that bad. I'm going to start using my dishwasher less because it uses 4 utilities. It uses gas to heat the water, electric to make it run and to heat the water heater. It takes water, which is going to run up the water bill, which runs up the sewer bill. So I'm cutting down on my dishes, and I'm just washing them by hand, and I'm trying not to dirty a whole lot at one time. Someone else had a good idea as well. If I'm canning something, use a smaller pot if I'm doing it on top of the stove, because water bath canning takes a lot of water. Because you have to make sure that the top of the jars are covered by no less than an inch of water. So, they suggest, and I think it's a great idea, use a smaller pot, do it in 2 or 3 batches and just use the same water. If I have to add more water because it evaporates, I can just add a little more instead of dumping it all out. So if I'm doing, like tomorrow, I'm going to be doing strawberry jam. So if all my jelly jars don't fit in one batch, I'm not doing 2 batches. I'm going to do it. When those jars are done, take it out. When the water cools down and the jars and the water in the pot are the same temp, I'm going to do the second batch using the same water. So I'm going to see if that helps a little bit. And I do have some water stored for plants and things in the summer. I'm trying to do that. I cut my showers down by like 5 minutes. I'll stay in there 5 minutes less. In the winter, that's all I'm willing to do because the hot water feels so good. Yeah, that's, you got to do what you got to do. You have to do what you have to do. You got to take care of yourself because no one's going to do it for you. Not many of us have, the fairy godmother coming around and leaving us a bunch of money and stuff. So you got to take care of yourself. And as soon as my car is fixed, I'm going to be able to get back to work and I'm going to feel a lot more at ease about everything. I will say this without divulging too much personal information. I'm only going to say this, and I'm only going to say it once. The Lord took care of every single bill this month. I don't know if there's anything left over, and by anything I mean like $1 or $2. But I have separate money budgeted for groceries, so I'm all set. I am all set with all my paper, cleaning, personal hygiene products. I get my skincare, my makeup. I'm a Mary Kay consultant, so I get everything at half off, so I have all that. what else do I need? Everything is taken care of. And another blessing was the other day I'm sitting there going, yeah, I gotta get a ride. I gotta go out. I want to get some more firewood, light the fireplace here and there. And guess what? Well, in the basement last night, guess what we found? A box of Duraflame logs. I didn't even know I had them. So I got my firewood for some coziness. What else am I doing to cut down? I unplugged my mantle lights. I used to leave them on 24 hours, 7 days a week. My little winter scene on my fireplace, but I unplug them now when I go to bed. But it looks so cozy, but I'm trying just that little bit. Here's another idea, folks. When you have things plugged in, don't. Do not leave anything plugged in. Chargers, electric blankets, night lights, microwave, anything that takes electricity, whether it's on or not, unplug it. Turn it off and unplug it. I did this a while back and I saved a ton of money on my electricity. And I also unplugged a spare refrigerator that I'm not using, but it's there if I ever need it. So I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm just not paying to keep it cold unless I need to. And I guess that's about it, guys. That is, I line dry my clothes. And that's by preference. I do have a dryer. I don't like to use it. And that's it. I mean, there's not a heck of a lot else any of us can do, right? So let's all do the best we can, take care of ourselves, and let's not be afraid to push back to these big utility companies. And make it a mission this Friday, Frugal Friday. Get out there and try to see what discounts you can get off your total bills every month. For me, I'm going to try to knock 10% off this month, off my total bills. And I mean, 5% would be great. 10% would be better. So if I can reduce my bills for like March, gives me enough time to get into different companies if I have to, and maybe bargain with the internet company to get me some money off. I think if I tell them I'm going to leave, they might offer me a special. And that's it. What else can you do? Okay? You got to just take what God gave you and be blessed you have it. Be grateful. And just try to do better each month or each week, however you get paid. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this all the way to the end. Thank you so much. Like and hit subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think on this Frugal Friday.